And there we are back for game number 2 here between Commander 5 and Ursa, or Ush in short. Like, the first game went to Ush, of course, very convincingly. Heavy teamfight draft, and it worked out completely. Commander 5, I know, they were relying on getting very late with this game, but Ush, yeah, they just didn't want to go there. They said like maximum 30-35 minutes and then we go high crown. We have everything it takes. They had like about 10 to 15k in experience and gold, which is everything you need to go, of course, high ground. And I don't know, even when it comes to high ground, their Commander 5 still tried to do something here and there with split push, and in the end they just got snacked away one by one. I don't think even playing as 5 would have made too much of a difference because of the heavy ultimates. At the end they didn't even need primal split, just the double, just the amount of farm on the Tidehunter especially, like the double ravage, plus the overcrawl, 3 times blink dagger initiations, the shackle were latching all the time, everything just worked out for Ush. And let's see, Commander 5 have of course now a chance to come back here in game number 2. It all depends how they draft the entire thing. My name is Heflatv, casting here with Grandis V for Heflatv 2, and thanks that you tune in. Let's hop into the draft and see what we get.
Yeah, definitely a little bit different than first game, and the bans did come out a little bit faster as well. Treant Protector as well as Tinker taken out by K5, and Usher going to ban out the Invoker against Slash Strike. I can definitely understand that. He played a good Invoker game 1, even though they weren't able to take a win, as well as the Lycanthrope. But this does leave a lot of high priority picks left in the pool. K5 going to get their hands on the Brewmaster to start things off. However, Ush are going to respond with a Doom and Disruptor, 2 very good heroes, up against the Brewmaster with the Doom Silence as well as the Instant Static Storm if you're able to get the Brewmaster when he blinks in, and pretty much forces the Brewmaster, if he ever wants to get his split off, to not use the Thunderclap first and go straight to the split. And even with good reaction timing on the Disruptor, that could not be an option if he gets the Static Storm timing correctly. Also, Disruptor, I really like the hero quite a bit, especially against a lot of the offlaners that are common right now, and he's good against Mirana with the leap, as well as getting the Brewmaster back after he blinks away.
Yep, I absolutely like already the Doom against the Brewmaster as well as the Mirana, 2 heroes that are very allergic against the fact that they can't use any of their items or spells, so no primal split escape for the Brewmaster, no leap away for the Mirana whenever they are doomed. So let's see, I mean, getting farm on a Doom is of course quite important. We have different approaches when it comes to Doom. Some teams really just play him mostly for the Doom and providing a lot of auras. Some play it in a like number 1-2 role, just I don't know, farming, or then later transitioning into damage, or of course just going full-time tanky, like sometimes we see Floods, AC combination, plus the Alpha Wolf aura coming out, sometimes even drums, so he's actually providing a lot of auras just to the team. 3, 4, 5 auras are possible on him easily. So let's see how this Doom is gonna play. The second ban stage is out, of course, and we have Dazzle and the Wraith King being banned out. Okay, 2 absolutely legit ones, and on the other side we have the Shadow Demon, which is, I guess, the response. So, I mean, to the Mirana. They don't want to have the Mirana Shadow Demon combination, obviously, and the Centaur Warren has been also banned out, even though this Centaur mid, I don't know, it was a huge joke. Like, he didn't have any impact on the game. Sure, he got here and there some kills, and actually the Stampede prevented some kills, but overall, like, the Centaur we know from like 6.8, like, no, it just didn't happen. It just did not happen. No crazy gangs. Stampede mostly used defensively. Like, he lost the mid lane against the Brewmaster for obvious reasons. It just didn't work out, but sure, still worth a ban.
Yeah, I can understand it, especially if they lane a little bit more conventionally, but K5 gonna pick themselves up a Viper. I'm not sure how these lanes are going to work. I believe those are their 3 cores, however this could be a roaming support Mirana. If those are your cores, any one of these heroes could go to the off lane, any one of these heroes could go to the safe lane, any one of these heroes could go to the mid. There's just so many different ways that they could position these heroes around the map. And, well, that flexibility is good for K5 and trying to, I don't know, mind game Ush into giving them an advantage in the laning stage. And, well, with this Viper, Ush are going to have a little bit trouble laning up against it, always something annoying to play against. But if this Viper doesn't get off to a good start and build up a lot of momentum early, Viper really falls off very hard if he doesn't completely dominate the laning stage, which he should.
Yep, absolutely. Let's see actually, but I still think the Brewmaster is gonna end up in the mid. But the Viper being always a nuisance to all those targets. I mean, everything that's, for example, reapplying some sort of debuff damage whatsoever is gonna be permanently slowed. Like her resistance against, of course, magic stuff is gonna be a nuisance. I mean, I don't know, power shots, and we have here our Thunderstrike, even Doom and level death and all that. It's, I don't know, Viper just becoming so fast and so tanky. Let's see. I definitely like the hero very much. I even play him myself quite a lot because it's, yeah, it's just a huge nuisance to each and everyone. But Gyrocopter as a fourth pick here on the other side. We already had the Wind Runner on game number 1 with some awesome shackles actually, and also I don't think he was even planned to be some sort of farmer, but he was so fast in farming because like they snowballed on the tri lane, got those two first kills pretty much, and from there on it, I don't know, the Windrunner just being as farmed as the Vengeful Spirit, and I think the Vengeful Spirit was supposed to be the one farming, but in the end they ended up having pretty much similar farm, so therefore they had like 3-4 damage sources, plus of course all those big ultimates, and let's see how the Windrunner this time works out. With the Gyrocopter, of course, we have huge AoE coming in, but of course he needs quite some babysitting, and he's one of those carries who has the, or he is the carry with the highest level 1 and 2 or level 1, 2, 3 magical damage burst out in the game. And if they're gonna utilize it, that's the big question. I mean, a Latch, for example, or a Klims, these are tools you can actually use there. The Rocket Barrage getting once or twice into a hero is pretty much a kill, but I like it more being grouped up with stuns, for example. Stunning something, Gyrocopter getting in position, that's, yeah, that's the, I don't know, the preferred way, at least for me. But let's see how Ursa is gonna do it.
Yeah, Disruptor is decently good at setting up the Rocket Barrage with the Glimpse, especially if Mirana tries to leap away. If she's played in that offlane position, K5 are going to go ahead and pick themselves up a Sand King. I hear they can abuse the jungle very well and get an early Blink Dagger, and, well, if K5's Lightning Stage goes, well, their mid-game is going to be incredibly scary. Gyrocopter is a carry that is going to build into a BKB, probably as his first item, but against this lineup coming out from K5, it's going to be an absolute necessity. With Brewmaster and Sand King, if he doesn't have the BKB, this Gyrocopter is just going to go splat, with Blink Initiation coming out from the Brew as well as the SK.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, I definitely like it. This draft, or both drafts actually, they look more, how can I say it, more balanced. On both teams, we have like traditional cores, a bit tankiness here and there, huge ultimates, and I think this one is a bit more balanced than the other game, because I don't know, like the drafts before, like it was one draft going for a big heavy team fight, like even before the mid game really starts, and they even had the bonus from the laning stage because pretty much all the lanes went nice for them. This time it's a mix on both sides, and therefore it's really about like individual plays and team effort. But let's see what the fifth draft. I mean, maybe the fifth draft is. I mean, the fifth pick is destroying something for me here. You never know.
Yeah, you never can tell. I don't know. As far as individual skill is concerned, K5 showed some good individual plays, especially like the Sunstrikes coming out from Slash Strike. Were very on point during that game, and I think if they are able to make something happen, it could be very good for them. But Ush are going to go ahead and pick themselves up a Wisp here. He does combo decently well with the Gyrocopter with the ability to drop all of that magical damage onto a single hero. Also, the ability to just split push with the Gyrocopter is very strong later on in the game, and just make sure that he can stay away from the fights but still have an impact. It's interesting to see Wisp so late on in this draft, and also without your traditional Wisp partners. I'm not sure how this is really going to work out for them this game, but I don't know. It's going to be something interesting to see. I know Cloud9 experimented a while back with Gyrocopter Wisp and were able to farm incredibly fast with sacking all of the multiple camps with double pulls coming out from the Wisp. And I don't know, it looks like we are going to have a core Wind Ranger this game, deviating a little bit from what we saw the first game. But in the end, I think the build's going to be similar. I think like Phase, Maelstrom, Aghanims, possibly, if this is a mid-Wind Ranger, which I think it will be.
Yep, I'm also very curious what we're gonna have there with the Wisp. But I mean, the Wisp overall, like that's the funny part. Like when we were talking about Wisps, like pre 6.81, everything was like, oh, relocate this, relocate there, and whenever we saw a Wisp, we wanted to see either a Tiny, a CK, anything like that, you know, some traditional synergy heroes, but like Wisp also being very often used now just as like some sort of laning stage hero, supply for mana and HP, getting like the carry, just really do a lot of damage, a lot faster and everything. Of course, relocate is still an element. It's not as, I don't know, important as it used to be. So for now, at least, that Wisp will definitely make sure that the Gyrocopter, for example, is gonna have an awesome time in his lane. That it looks like they even go for maybe a tri lane here, top. Yes, the Disruptor is definitely following. Anyway, we're gonna introduce the teams really fast. I take the Dire side this time, because we have K5 there. We have Lair GG playing the Shadow Demon. We have the Standard Mattress on, yep, on the Marana. Master Risk, the captain here, is playing the Sand King. He already skilled his Burrow Strike, so he's quite confident that he's gonna need this one. Slash Strike, of course, in the mid with the Brewmaster, and Jalopy, last but not least here, Viper. He's gonna be up against the tri-line, and I don't think he's gonna be too successful here, because if they get it all through, like, I don't know, he won't be safe until he has a lot of points in Corrosive Skin, for example.
Yeah, I would agree as well. On the side of USH, I'll go ahead and introduce their heroes. They're playing on the Radiant. We're going to have our Zeke playing on the Wisp, Android P on the Disruptor, Gyrocopter going to be taken up by Dota Stock in the middle lane. We're going to have no one playing on the Wind Ranger, and on the bottom lane, we're going to have a Doom. Sorry, can't pronounce your name, but that's, I don't know, just the way it goes.
Bashu.
Bashu. Okay, we'll go with that. Whether that's right or not, I have no idea. He'll be up against this tri-lane coming out from K5. More than likely, this Doom is going to head towards the jungle fairly early on, as just the amount of lockdown that this K5 tri-lane has is incredibly scary, with Shackles coming out from the Shadow Shaman, Burrow Strike to follow up, and then you'll have an arrow on top of that. They'll be able to keep you in place for upwards of 4 seconds if chained correctly, and if you get a long arrow, even more than that.
Yep, absolutely, and I don't know, like, this is definitely interesting. Like a Doom who's easy gankable versus, I don't know, a Viper, which is also not the I don't know, the easiest hero to play against the tri-lane. But at the moment it seems like the tri-lane sort of dissolved. Like, I mean, the tri-lane here for K5 still existing, they're hiding in the trees, and I don't know, the Disruptor, I don't know what he really is doing. At the moment he just put a ward here, just to have. Oh wait, he's actually saying Moi glasa odkrytuj. Like, that means my eyes are opened, or in Russian, I think, or something similar. Like glasa is the eyes, and odkryt is open. But okay, never mind. Screw my Russian. It's bad, but it's something in that direction.
Okay, well, the Shadow Shaman was able to pick up an Illusion early, blocks a lot of these cancels for Doom, and he hasn't been able to get a single Devour off, and has managed to find his level 2, but still this Doom not off to an early start. But that said, Doom one of the better heroes to come back with the constant flow of gold coming out from Devour and whatnot. Yeah. Let's see, Jalopy up in this top lane, as expected, isn't having the best time up against this dual lane, but I think he'll at least be able to get his experience, and now that he's starting to get some levels up in Corrosive Skin, he'll be able to probably look for some last hits as well. Disruptor, Android P is coming up for a gank onto this Viper. Maybe they'll be able to make something happen. He's skilled glimpse level 1. He's going to glimpse him back into the loving arms of Dota Stock, as well as Wisp will get the tether slow very low leveled. And now the creeps are there taking a little bit of this rocket barrage, and we're going to miss the first blood down the bottom lane, in fact, as it's the Doom who goes down, but the Viper will die, so both of the off-lane heroes dying simultaneously. The lockdown coming out from K5 seems to be superior, but in the end, it's going to be a fairly even trade across the map. The Shadow Shaman was the one to get the first blood gold.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, so small advantage for them because they got the first blood just a tiny bit earlier, but exactly that happened, what I said. Like, those two solo heroes versus a trial, and none of them can actually prevail on their lane. And I think, yeah, with this first blood up their sleeves, they might actually go for the Windrunner. Windrunner, level 1 Windrun only, of course. So after a slow, some damage, maybe the stun into the Windrun, and he's easy food for them. But it seems like they're rotating back. None of the wards is actually scouting that out. They might actually go just for the Doom again.
Yeah, and this could be disastrous for the Doom. I don't know. We'll have to see. If he gets picked off a couple more times, this Doom's really just going to be in full recovery mode. Probably just builds a Midas and, well, Lure GG and Master Risk
Oh.
looking for a stun. They're going to drop a ward. They have vision of the Doom, but in the end, he'll be able to back off. Level 1 Burrow Strike really not all that great at getting in range for those stuns.
Yep, in the meantime, actually, the Viper was pulling the side cam on his own. Of course, there he trades away some damage on the tower, but not too great because right clicks of a gyrocopter, they're just a bad joke, to be honest. And, well, he needs the items to get a lot more. So Viper, at least
Down in bottom, arrow going to land onto the Doom, and now Ether Shot coming out, as well as the Sandstorm for good measure. Mirana picks up another kill on this Doom. Up in top, you can go ahead and talking about this lane.
Yep. So I don't know. It's the second time the Doom failed here. Instant buying TP back. It's not just that he doesn't get any XP. I mean, the Devour is the only thing that keeps him some sort, I don't know, somehow in the game. But they also saw that he's coming now with the TP. They have the vision, of course, in front of the tower. I think it's a big mistake to leave it alone. But they go for the Viper here top. But I don't think
Yeah,
this one is
TP in
successful.
coming out from the Sand King. Viper is able to walk towards the other side of the map, and he'll be safe. Gyrocopter might be in a little bit of trouble here. Don't think the Sand King will be able to get in range. He doesn't have boots and is only level 2. So, as of now, Jalopy just going to salve up and get back into fighting shape. The mid lane is being pushed out by Slash Strike. In the meantime, will activate himself up a regeneration rune and gets that guaranteed crit on the Wind Ranger. But for now, looks like we're going to have a dual lane forming in the top lane coming up from Master Risk.
Yeah, I don't know. It's with the other tri-line being a bit more reactive and a bit more, yeah, aggressive versus the Doom. So the Doom is definitely having a worse time than the Viper, and now finally the Sand King just rotating there. Of course, the Sand King is now missing for another potential kill on the Doom. Then again, with a nice arrow again, almost, yeah, level 5 Mirana now. Plus, of course, a level 2 Shock. That's a lot of damage coming Doom's way. He still is level 4, which means he has 0 base armor. He's gonna get his first base armor with level 5, that is. Yep, there he gets his first armor. But till level 4, he has pretty much the same armor as the IO. I mean, IO now having, of course, 2 because of the Basilisk, but yeah, poor Doom.
In the middle lane, Slash Strike was playing very aggressively up against the Wind Ranger, but he was just one creep away from level 6 at the time. Now he does have that available. He's going to throw out a clap, but won't decide to split and dive for that kill on the Wind Ranger. So she threw out the Wind Run and delayed a lot of that damage coming her way. And it looks like top might be the next place that we have some aggression. It's going to push in fairly aggressively. The Viper's going to eat a lot of harass coming out from the Gyrocopter, but in the end, we're just going to have the team sitting fairly defensively. Doom soaking XP, and similarly in the other lanes, Viper doing about the same.
Yeah, the Sand King actually tried to get that stack here, that side stack farmed with the Sandstorm, but actually he did the Radiant team just a little favor there because all the creeps were low, and now of course the Gyrocopter being boosted all the time with mana, etc. He can just spam out his spells, and with Rocket Barrage as well as Flak Cannon, that's an easy thing to do. But in the meantime, there's the arrow hitting again on the Doom after the Shaco, and now it's all about the right clicks, and they will be enough. This time they're fairly distributed. It's just gonna be, there's not a latch in the mid. It's not latching on anything, and also the power shot not hitting anything. But yeah, the Doom getting down again. This is the third time, I think. Yeah, all their free kills. One of the Doom, he's 0, 3, and 0. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Doom definitely not happy this game.
No, and there really isn't a good place for him to go. His jungle camps have finally respawned, and he'll have a little bit of farm there, and I think that's just what this Doom is going to have to do from now on. But his game impact is going to be delayed very severely. Up in top lane, we do have Dota Stock pushing in this tier 1 tower. Not a lot that the Viper can do in the way of counter push. Maybe hopes for a deny. But for now, it is in deny range. There's TP back coming up from the Sand King. Gyrocopter going to be forced back. They've slowed up Android P, but still. Master Risk really can't get in range, and now he might get turned on. Going through the Sandstorm. Do they have detection? Mirana ultimate is deployed. They get vision with the Wisp Orbs, or at least know that he's there, hitting a couple of them. But the stun's going to go the way of the Wisp. Io does have another tether to get out of safety, but with the Rocket Barrage, Jalopy taking too much damage here and can't really commit there. Without detection, however, the Mirana ultimate going to keep everybody safe for now. Shadow Shaman has rotated in. Rocket Barrage yet again, glimpse back coming out from the Disruptor, and now the Wisp Orbs, will they be there? The Flak Cannon will get the last hit now. A double stun coming out from Master Risk. It looks like he's going to get the Wisp. No, he will in the end, but the Rocket Barrage gets a return kill, and Dota Stock going to get 2 kills up in this top lane.
Yep.
Tier 1 tower did get denied by the Shadow Shaman. Now the Gyrocopter ultimate looking for this Viper, but not going to, or Shadow Shaman, excuse me, won't find him. He did go towards the south instead.
So in the end, this was actually sort of horrible trade when it comes to heroes, but at least the Shadow Shaman with the deny made sort of up for it. But yeah, this gyrocopter, I mean, the Doom's farm and everything is horrible. Like, the entire concept of Doom is just not working out at the moment. But of course, the gyrocopter, him being part of all those kills, definitely interesting. Oh, there's an
net
snare
on bottom.
Mirana. Oh,
Yeah, I don't think they can go for this. In fact, the stun's going to come out. Arrow to fly, going to land on the Doom. It's a short-range stun. He tanked that for his buddy Wisp, but Wisp is going to die to the right clicks anyway. Doom wasn't level 6 there. I'm not sure why they tried to go for a kill. Now he has it after one more creep.
yeah.
But in the meantime,
I don't
Gyrocopter
understand.
falling. Well, fairly low just to creeps. That's pretty boring. Never mind.
That's pretty boring. No. But in the mid, we actually had a Shackle here on the Brewmaster, but he doesn't really care. Like, first of all, he has a regeneration bottle, and
Master
there's
Risk
actually a
gets
Doom.
doomed in bottom, and he's
Deny.
dead one way or another. They should get the deny here, but either way, Sand
Yep.
King going to lose his life.
I mean, he's dead, okay, sure, but it's a deny, so therefore, Doom didn't achieve anything there. That was his first Doom, and before they fed away, I don't know, himself 3 times, plus the Wisp now that wanted to come and support him. Not really working out, so I think Ash's hope is at the moment really on the Gyrocopter. Gyrocopter doing well. I mean, look at him. He is going directly for a BKB rush. Not a huge fan of it, but it
Ooh,
is
glimpse
needed
in
this
the
game.
middle lane. They bring him back. Where's the Shackle? It was thrown out, but there's no trees there to latch to. Now he's going to split and make a turn onto Arzeek. He's going to throw the Wind Ranger in the air. The Io's just falling so low to the Immolation Ore coming out from the Fire Panda. Will he have enough damage? Eventually, well, looks like he will tether away from the Wisp. The Boulder Toss will get the kill. Now, Brewmaster needs to get out of there. All of his pandas are very low. He meets back up with the Sand King and will be able to make it out safely. Getting the Wisp for a Brewmaster ultimate, I don't know, a good trade for the Brewmaster, but in the meantime, Doom falling very low, salving behind the trees. Mirana looks like she landed an arrow to get that, but on the back lines, Mirana ultimate deployed. They're collapsing onto this Wind Rage. She's going to get the Shackle. Very weird latch on that Sand King, but now there's going to be a turn. There's not a lot of mana to speak of on this Mirana. Doesn't have any other spells to throw out.
Oh my
And
god,
well-
the Gyrocopter being alone here. Big mistake. He's running directly
Oh,
into
but
it,
with the Rocket Barrage, is it a mistake? They slow up Mistress, and now they'll be able to get the kill, and Shadow Shaman in a bit of trouble here, too. Wisp, they need the extra movement speed. Gyrocopter ultimate going to slow down the Shadow Shaman, and one more cleave from the Doom. They'll be
Yeah,
able to get 2
nice.
kills in this bottom lane, tying up the kill score 6-6.
Yep, absolutely. So Ash striking back, and finally also the Doom being part of some sort of success, because so far, like, it was an entire misery just watching his lane. It just did not go his way, but of course now he has the chance to, I don't know, get at least something. But I don't know, he has 1,300 gold. You still think the Midas is the next thing to do? I mean, it's 10 minutes. Getting the recipe now, it would not be the fastest Midas, but it is still a Midas. So Devour Midas double ticks all the time. Sure, why not?
Yeah, I think at this point Doom just needs to recover. He's not really going to offer much if he goes for Arcanes into Mech, and then later in the game he's really not going to have any impact. I think the Midas is probably your best bet.
Yep, and talking about Midas and everything else, the mech carrier is, yep, gonna be the Viper for sure. Like, he already has the Hedras and the Bugler. On the other side, we actually have, I don't know, Wisp is maybe the candidate for the mech, but then again, oh, we have Doom here on the Mirana.
Yep, Doom on the Mirana, they're going to glimpse her back, and she's very dead. No heroes in the vicinity to deny her. In the middle lane, there was a little bit of action, I suppose, but just the Tier 1 tower going to fall in the end. 4 heroes down here for the Radiant team. They should be able to take this Tier 1 tower without any fuss, and it will be the Midas for you, Doom, after a couple of kills.
Yep, 11th minute here, and now Ush is suddenly turning around with that Doom having a horrible start, but finally now, with a team effort, they're able to get more. Like, looking at the crafts, it's pretty much nullified again. It's 0-0 in XP, and it's 2,000 now suddenly for Ush. So, yep, it's definitely looking good. Commander 5, I don't know, they couldn't really capitalize on what they had earlier. I guess the reason is also that the Brewmaster is not really part of the game quite yet, at least. Oh, there is a relocate top.
Relocate up top. They're looking for Jalopy. He's going through the ultimate way of the Disruptor. Disruptor falling very low, but with the Static Storm on top of Jalopy, they'll be able to get this kill on the Viper, but at the cost of the support. Rocket Barrage doing decent damage. Jalopy's still so tanky with the maxed out corrosive skin, eventually will die. They leave the Gyrocopter here, but on the bottom lane, or mid, excuse me, they're going to get a kill on the Sand King. Looks like no one just landed a nice power shot onto the SK.
Yeah, absolutely. There was Shackle power shot that somehow got him there, but yep, this relocate actually, I mean, this way the Viper traded her own life, or his own life, versus a Disruptor, or for a Disruptor. I don't know, it's not the best trade you really want to do. And the relocate, that was the first relocate of the game, absolutely worth it. So 9 and 7 for Ush. And of course the Windrunner going for a solo kill here on the Sand King, on the captain of Commander 5. Yep, Ash 5 striking back, and not just striking back, they are... Oh, there's
Arrow going to land onto the Doom. No detection on the ground. Samurana won't be able to capitalize onto that, but they will at least know that the Doom has an invisibility rune, and she'll just back off straight up. No reason to stay around there.
Yep, his Midas is also up, that means, yeah, oh, another nice Shaka here. The Brewmaster getting some nice harass damage up, but of course, Drunken Haze just directly in the face. Yeah, you're forced to be an alcoholic here in this game, and therefore not hitting anything. Miss.
Miss. Let's see. I don't know, for now,
Yep.
both of the teams are just backing off. No real aggression coming out from either of them. I think K5, they got the Blink Dagger up onto Slash Strike, and they need to make something happen. I don't know, Slash Strike, he's just been playing very greedy now. In the middle lane, they're going for a Shackle Blade. Jalopy not going to latch. They have the Missile Ball coming up from Gyrocopter. Here comes Master Risk, looking for a stun. He doesn't decide who to go for. Now the Static Storm to delay that completely. Now they glimpse back Master Risk into the Gyrocopter. He's going to get a nice double stun. Now in the back lines, they blink in with Slash Strike, trying to go into this Wind Ranger. She doesn't have the Wind Run and falling very low to the guaranteed crit, but Slash Strike's going to do one turned on. He does have the Marana ultimate, and he's falling fairly low. All they need is one more spell to throw his way, but he will be able to make it out to safety on the backlines. But now Jalopy going to be in a bit of trouble. The creeps are coming. Another Shackle attempt. Not going to latch this time onto Jalopy. Kinetic Field will hold him into place, but for now, it will just be a full retreat coming out from Ush.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, the Mirana still in the hunt, but she doesn't have any mana whatsoever. She can change the PTs.
Mirana, they have vision.
Oh.
Arrow going to land on a creep, and without her leap away, she might be in a little bit of trouble. Missile going to follow onto her, and they can dive this. There's no tier 1 tower. Sand King is in the vicinity. They might exercise a little bit of caution, but for now, no, they won't. They're going to throw the auto attacks. They have Rocket Barrage mana, and now the Gyrocopter ultimate. It's only going to slow up Master Risk, and finally she's going to have mana for the leap. Master Risk falling fairly low. The Ether Shock hitting both the Gyrocopter and the Wisp, falling low as well. Glimpse back onto Master Risk, and I don't know, a lot of spells being thrown out.
Nice power shot.
In the end,
There was
no
Thunder Strike and Power Shot. I don't think the Thunder Strike would have killed him because I think he had stick charges. Actually, he only had one left there. Oh, another relocate. Oh, it's actually just in the base, getting all the mana back they need. And they just come back with full mana, full HP, and he might even give. Yep, he's blinking onto Doom. Doom is gonna get the first bottle charge, I guess, or something. Oh, he's gonna get it. No, he's actually not using this. Oh, but he came with both bottles. So yeah.
Oh, blink forward. They're going to get the stun as well as the Doom onto Jalopy. Not the best Doom target, but either way, Viper going to fall very quickly. Too much damage going his way and no backup as well. Tier 2 tower, the creep wave's down, at least fairly low, but now here comes a fresh one fairly soon, and they should be able to take this tower. Glip will delay things for now. It's about half health, and it looks like K5 want to initiate into this. They have the Shadow Shaman. He's playing very aggressively. Shackle going to latch. And now here comes the Burrow Strike coming up from the Sand King. Blinken, Brewmaster going to get the clap onto 4 heroes, excuse me. Now he's going to stun up the Wisp. He's losing a lot of these Brewlings, however, in the Wisp. Eventually, he's going to try to tether away, and he's surviving for now. It looks like he will survive. We'll be able to get another rock thrown his way. The Gyrocopter throughout the BKB to survive here. Now another Blinken from the Doom, I believe. Gyrocopter going to be stunned, but it looks like Notisox going to die, and with another clap, he's going to lose his unstoppable streak. Now in the back lines, he's looking for this kill coming out from the Doom. Will the Scorch Earth be enough? Masker Risk TP is out, and 3 kills going the way of K5, and a good turn of events for them.
Yep, absolutely. So, I mean, before that fight, I actually wanted to say, like, oh my god, it's looking so bad for K5, but wow, like, they just, yeah, striking back and maybe even getting the tier 1 tower now. Like, it really looked so well what they did, like, you know, bringing both the bottles back, being almost full mana, full HP, and now the first mass up was this game as far as, yeah, these are the first mass up modes out, and they will definitely get that tier 1 tower, but maybe there's a nice deny attempt by the Disruptor. Oh, no, this one was so far off, and there's Moonlight Shadow coming out as well.
Oh, he's going to drop sentries down on the ground. Gyrocopter looking for the Rocket Barrage on the Viper. They have the sentries, they have vision. Now the Gyrocopter ultimate Jalopy in a lot of trouble, and he'll be blown up. Disruptor gets the last hit by some miracle. Not sure what actually was the cause of death, but either way, they're going to get the Viper. I don't know, I think that fight for us while they were pushing that tier 2 would have gone a lot better had they not doomed the Viper. They didn't have it up for the Brewmaster, and the Doom really wasn't necessary. It didn't do a lot of damage. It didn't really stop anything that the Viper was doing. It would have allowed him to mech himself and maybe survive a little bit longer, but either way, I think Had they reserved the Doom for the Brew or the Sand King, just something, actually Wisp falling very low in the mid lane, he'll get picked up, but now the Shackle actually not going to latch onto Slash Strike, the power shot coming out from no one. He's sniping him left and right.
Doom.
Now the Doom is available. Slash Strike trying to pick up this Illusion Rune. He will bottle that up, but Slash Strike's trying to run away. There's a missile following him as well now. Shackle not going to latch. I'm not sure how that didn't hit the trees, but either way, there's an arrow going to land onto Doja Stock, but there's just going to be a leap away from the Mirana, blinking from the Doom. He only has the Scorched Earth regen to help him here, and Mantress should be able to make it out alive.
It's still a 2-for-1 trade. Commander 5 there, I don't know. Like, I don't know, 2 heroes for 1 Wisp. A measly little Wisp that doesn't really care. A Wisp that would throw his life anytime away to save someone else. And you commit your mid hero for it, plus the Sand King, who's also like not getting the biggest place. But maybe now, in the mid, there's a stun on one.
Well, he's going to stun up no one, but now Static Storm going to be dropped by the Disruptor, glimpse back into the Static Field. They're going to be able to pick off 2 kills here off of wonderful plays coming out from the Wind Ranger.
Yeah, I don't know. Windrunner just being well aware of the fact that of course there is a Disruptor. He has the Static Storm, so the Shadow Shaman couldn't do anything. And in the end, they're just going down. I don't know, this was just a suicide mission, and they were 100% successful without doing any damage whatsoever.
Yeah, no one now has the Blink Dagger, so at least he's going to be able to get that great positioning, and we'll look for some flashy shackle shots coming out from him in the future once the Blink is actually delivered. Gyrocopter more than likely going to be building the Helm of the Dominator next, but after that, he'll be able to have some pretty significant farm. The Ancients haven't been stacked so far for him, but he'll at least be able to start stacking those and accelerate his farm. And late game, I'd say that Usher definitely favored. With the BKB up on the Gyrocopter, K5 really needed to be ahead, and this is pretty much do or die for K5 now.
Yeah, absolutely. K5 is in so much trouble right now, and we have to look at the crafts in how much trouble they are actually. 4k when it comes to experience, climbing towards the 5k, and 5k already in the gold. There was, of course, that nice little turnaround we saw on the bottom lane, but I think, there's a large attempt, but it's not hitting, but relocate in there.
Here comes relocate. Gyrocopter ultimate is being deployed. He's taking a lot of damage from his Serpent Wards. Doja Stock is trying to find the Shadow Shaman, and the Gyrocopter just needs to back off. Static Storm going to catch out no one, it seems, and, well, speaking of no one, he's going to fall as well. Brewmaster Split's coming out. They're going to throw the Doom up in the air. Gyrocopter's completely back now and really can't do anything else in this fight. There is a blink away from the Doom. They will be able to connect with a Burrow Strike. Glimpse back is the last ditch effort to help this Doom out, but it won't do much of anything. There's just too many heroes around him to get that kill. I don't know, the Gyrocopter's positioning that fight was way too aggressive and he just wasn't able to accomplish anything.
He's trying to deny himself to the Roshan, but apparently Roshan doesn't really care because he missed the hit. But either way, like, this was so bad in many ways. Like, Gyrocop's position wasn't good at all. Like, he didn't do any damage to the others, and the Doom, he doomed actually a Panda illusion. So, I mean, he knew that there is an illusion rune on the Panda. I mean, they just chased him next to an illusion rune, which he picked up before he died. So, him, I don't know, coming in there and, I don't know, dooming the first target to see, that wasn't really good. So a Doom on an illusion and the Gyrocopter being absolutely out of position there. Horrible fight, which means Commander 5 like having their little small comeback here to celebrate.
Yeah, I still don't think it's wonderful for them, but this Mirana's going to start picking up some cohesion. She went off for the Midas first and then into the Lincoln Sphere. So her item progression's been fairly delayed, but now with this next item, I don't know, probably transitioning to some sort of damage source for a team, they might be able to win a couple more fights like that, and then K5 would have a good position in this game. So far, I still think they're on the back foot, but just need to play a little bit more defensively, farm up those Ancients, stack them up for the Gyrocopter, make sure this Gyro
relocate and the Doom here on the Viper. That's of course an easy target.
Well, Shadowstorm going to drop the wards. He's just taking too much damage. Jalopy looks like he's going to die eventually. I don't know. The Corrosive Skin extra health 3 gen, but it won't be enough. Power shot will land onto Jalopy, and now the tier 2 tower is also going to fall.
40 HP.
40.
40 measly little HP. The Viper actually surviving there. So with the power shot was, the aiming was awesome, but like it just missed him by an inch, and therefore Viper actually surviving. But of course they got a full set, or we have bottom action here, but the Mirana actually leaping out, so I can finish my thought. I mean, still, like, they get the Rasta kill, they get the tier 2 tower, and a full set of wards being farmed away. That's more than 300 gold. So why not? That's tower. Oh my god, they
Master
find
Wisp
Sand
caught
King.
between two heroes. They're going to drop the dust on him. No way that he's able to sandstorm. He'll be able to stun up no one
Shot.
here, but with the vision, they get in the power shot. Glimpse on his dead corpse will bring him back into the woods, but
The corpse just flying around with the glimpse. That glimpse was a bit overkill because he saw that power shot was pretty much gonna hit, and it's a level 4 glimpse anyway, so even if he got away there, he could have used that glimpse. But making sure is making sure. I mean, the glimpse already back, and he has enough mana, of course, with the arcane boots. Maybe top. Mirana was still sticking around, and Gyrocopter actually has vision on her, but no homing missile. This is really too bad. Like, he should have used that homing missile the second he saw the Mirana, because he knew there's 3 of his friends somewhere in the jungle. But sure, they got a double damage rune now, as well as of course the Wisp supporting this lane. They might actually take this tier 2 tower unless Commander 5 is somehow defending it, and it looks like it. There is a smoke coming out.
This could be bad. Gyrocopter's farming. He's split up away from his team for now, and he could be the one caught out here. Lord GG leading the charge. He doesn't have a Blink Dagger anyway to close the gap between him and the Gyro. And, well, that smoke's not going to be very successful. There's going to be a Hex up as well as the Ward Trap going to be dropped. It's actually not going to catch out Android P. Now here comes the Blink in. Doom onto Slash Strike. Slash Strike can't get his ultimate off. Doing a lot of damage. Master Risk is getting the epicenter off. He's going to get a nice Burrow Strike. He'll be able to get Android P on the backlines. Everybody on the side of Ush is very low. Now Viper trying to focus down this Doom. Air to Flight going to be completely off the mark. Blink forward. Shackle on two heroes. Coming out from Bill 1. Now the follow-up power shot. They'll be able to get this Viper at least, and now they'll be able to finish up Matrix with that long-range stun. Now there's TPN from Lord GG, but he just needs to get back off. He was playing very greedy, and now he's held in place, and that's a triple kill for the Wind Ranger. Everybody's so low, and a full team-wide all said and done in the favor of Ush.
Yeah, this is a full team-wide +1 with a dieback included. I don't know. That's... I don't know. I think that just broke K5's neck there. Like, this was it. Like, before, Ush was already, of course, having all the momentum, whatnot, but now, I don't know, with this one happening, what a horrible team fight.
Oh, they are going to stun up no one, but now it looks like Master Risk is going to give his life with the Wind Run. She's not going to survive. Actually died to the Sandstorm, turning around for an extra auto attack there.
Yeah.
A fairly large
misplay.
Yeah. Doom also died to the Serpent Ward, so in the end, not the worst trade for K5. It looks like they're not even going to lose this tier 2 tower. In the end, still, I think, yeah, that dieback really hurts them a lot, and the raiding team are going to start shooting ahead as far as net worth is concerned. We have a blink forward by the Brewmaster, and Slash Strike, I don't know, that last fight had no impact, wasn't able to use his ultimate, got doomed, he was in the Static Storm for too long, and,
yeah.
well...
I don't know what he even did in that Static Storm. He tried to go in, I don't know. He, like, with the Doom on the pitch, the Panda really needs to use his ultimate immediately, because the Doom this time didn't manage to get an opening on the Panda immediately, so why not just using your goddamn Primal Split? But he wanted to be, like, really greedy, wanted to TP in, get, of course, the Thunderclap off, as well as maybe the guaranteed crit on him, and then use the Split. But, of course, as soon as he was in, Doom said, like, okay, you don't use your ultimate, I just Doom you, and you die.
Yeah, Doom did opt to go for a mechanism after the Blink Dagger as well as the Midas. So I'll have that for the next couple of fights, and had they had that, I don't think would have lost the Wind Ranger as well as the Doom after the fact. In the enemy jungle, Matrix is looking for something, but he's very deep in enemy lines. He does have the Sand King, who is dusted up behind him. He does have the Blink Dagger, so maybe they'll make something happen. I don't know. He's still sticking around. Eventually, he will leap to the low ground and just leaves that regeneration rune for the enemies to pick up.
Yep, absolutely, and, well...
Oh, stun. They have baited out this regeneration rune. Arrow from long range. It's going to land on the Hex. Wisp there. The Gyrocopter ultimate is going to do a lot of damage. They'll be able to blow up too. Now Matrix is going to be the next to fall. BKB on the Gyrocopter and the power shot from long range. No one picks up a double kill here. On the backlines, they're going to throw the Viper Strike ultimate. He's going to try to TP out. Do they have the missile? It's going to get there fast enough. No, it won't. Missile just takes too long as far as travel time is concerned to cancel that. But, I don't know. It was a cheeky play coming out there.
Wisp.
Yeah. They baited the Wisp into the regeneration rune. He wanted to get that into his bottle, but in the end, they were able to capitalize on it. But still, 1-for-3 trade. Wisp will do that trade any day. 2-7-14. He's been involved in a lot of kills, and mostly on the end of the bait.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this trade was definitely worth it. As I said, Wisp is one of those heroes that easily throws, I don't know, his life away for the greater good, and that definitely was worth it. It was... I don't know, especially on the kill on the Mirana hurts, of course. It's, I don't know, K5 is just trading so bad at the moment. Each and every fight is just one step forward for Ush, and that's the biggest problem, of course, at the moment. It's, I don't know, I mean, Doom Doom is the one who had like one of the worst farms in the entire game, but of course he managed to to catch up now. He is on the 4th place in net worth, and only the Mirana is sort of holding up the pride for K5 at the moment. But like with her also repeatedly dying, maybe now we even opening or on the Viper.
Oh, they're going to, well, actually, Doom on the bottom lane. They've doomed out Slash Strike, and now the TP in from the Gyrocopter. Gyrocopter doing so much damage with the Rocket Barrage as well as the Flat Cannon. Now with that newly acquired MKB, Sand trying to juke around. They're going to get vision. They destroy the trees. He blinks away, and now the relocated out Master Risk is surviving now. He's going to Burrow Strike up towards the north to get vision with the kinetic field. Now the power shot, and they're going to yet again glimpse the poor Sand King's corpse back into the woods. 3 heroes dead. They did lose the Doom there, which is unfortunate for them, but in the end, still a wonderful trade.
Mirana actually tried to get the kill on the Wisp, but yeah, easy for him. And that means they're gonna say hello to the tier 3 tower. There's only the Panda there. He has still Primal Split, of course, that's one factor. But I don't know. It's... The funny thing is already like the Gyrocopter, this MKB is really just a MKB for nothing pretty much, because like no one even has some sort of evasion, and I don't know. Mirana?
Well, she's going to leap away, and it looks like she'll be just fine. Ultimate thrown out. I don't know. That MKB is probably for the Brewmaster after the BKB wears off for the Drunken Haze.
It's really also just for Brewmaster.
Yeah. And either way, MKB is your normal item for Gyrocopter. Just the straight up damage is very useful. He's caught out Matrix, and now with the Rocket Barrage, he's taking too much damage. That's a very low range arrow. All he needs is one more hit to turn on that Flat Cannon. The power shot not going to give any vision. They're pinging him out. Yeah, they have the Urn charge, and he's eventually going to die. Maybe. I think that's going to take him down. One more Flat Cannon from a long range Gyrocopter gets the mega kill.
But I still don't know why he does not use his rocket. Like, he really could have. Like, the first time already, and the Mirana would have been dead. But he chose to use his ultimate instead of the rocket. With the rocket following, they had vision on the Mirana, regardless if she's invisible or leaping away whatsoever. But I don't know, this way... Okay, he chose the hard way for easy kill. Doesn't really matter in the end because they get the kill on the Mirana. Like, Mirana still, I don't know, on the 3rd place in the net worth, but losing constantly all the time with the next tower. Pretty much even Doom, like, will take over there, and I don't know, it's just not working out. And yeah, USH, they want high ground now. It's 30 minutes, they don't want to wait any longer, they don't need any more advantage whatsoever, but let's see. K5 still wants to fight.
Going out of the Gyrocopter, blinking from the Brewmaster. He's going to get the split, but now the BKB coming up from the Gyro. He's going to drop the ultimate. All of the other heroes are falling fairly low, but the mechanism coming up from the Doom is going to survive, and these Brewlings are just falling too quickly. Brewmaster is going to die inside his ultimate form, and that's not really where you want your Brewmaster to be. Buyback from the Shadow Shaman. He hasn't dropped the wards just yet. Now he will, but it looks like they're just going to get farmed up. Jalopy's going to be stunned. The missile is falling him eventually. The poor Wisp is falling fairly low as well. TV back in from the Wind Ranger. She's bought back. Doom is going to fall in the end, and now they're trying to trade. Wind Runner coming out from the Wind Rangers. He's slowed up. Another blink forward by the Brewmaster. They're going to glimpse one back, and that's just going to be the dead corpse yet again. They're able to get that kill. Dodestruck trying to man fight up here. He's falling fairly low. Viper eventually looks like he's going to die. Maybe. Let's see if he'll be able to secure this Dodestruck. He's being kept alive by the overcharge from the Wisp. Viper, he's going to miss uphill, miss again, and now Viper, he's going to get the kill on the Disruptor, but he needs to get out of their missile following. There's a gem on the deck. Gyrocopter ultimate deployed. It's going to clip. No. Jalopy going to survive for now, and since that's only a level 1 missile, he'll be able to get out safely. A lot of buyback spent. They're going to relocate back in the base, heal up the Gyrocopter, and come back.
Yeah, but the Windrunner chasing the Panda, just getting the kill there. And to be honest, that this fight was so bumpy for USH, the biggest reason was again the Doom. Like, the huge team fight in the mid before already, he put his Doom into Illusion, and this time he put his Doom into a Lincoln's. I don't know, Doom really making some huge mistakes, but nevertheless, the Gyrocopter being, first of all, so tanky with the Wisp on his tail, plus of course dealing out so much damage with the MKB. So yeah, again, another fight for USH here. I mean, they didn't make any progress here on the tier 3, but now that's gonna change, of course. Look at the Windrunner ultimate.
Oh, there is Boots of Travel in for Doom. He's going to miss his stomp, and he doesn't have Doom, but it looks like the Shadow Shaman might die in the end. There's a nice stun coming out from the Sand King, but it's falling too low. Now the first mechanism coming out, we actually failed to mention it, but Wisp has mechanism as well as the Doom. So tired of the Doom dying too quickly in this fight. So now with the focus fire, they're going to focus onto the melee barracks, and melee barracks down to about half health. They're going to throw out an arrow as well as the Viper Strike arrow going to land on the creep. Now BKB coming out from Dodestock, and now the Doom is dooming the Lincolns yet again. What's up with this Doom play? But they'll get the Mirana in the end. Jalopy happy. Also in a bit of trouble. They're just going to focus on this range barracks. Nice epicenter. It's going to catch this poor Wisp. Wisp is still alive, however, and now they're turning on to Master Risk, and well, the Wisp is alive, earns back up, and now the range barracks going to fall. Serpent Ward's deployed on the back line, so we'll be able to get the kill on the Wind Ranger. Now the IO finally going to fall to the Brewmaster split coming out onto Dodostock. Dodostock doesn't have his BKB for another 25 seconds. He might die here, and this could be huge. He's going to try to TP out. They have a way to cancel it, and eventually he will die. That's a beyond godlike trick for the Shadow Shaman. Oh, Disruptor, he's looking for this kill on the Shadow Shaman, trying to claim the gem, but Android P just going to feed away his life here. Not sure what that blink was. Very questionable. Trying to get this Ring of Aquila on the ground, and or Basilius? Oh, that was really weird. I don't know.
I don't really know what was that. So there's a Ring of Basilius just given away. A gem has been fed away. That is, where's the gem? What? Who got the gem?
Courier, Dire Courier.
Oh yeah, Courier now. Yeah, sorry. I missed that one. Like, someone of the Dire side had to have it. But I don't know, like, really questionable plays by this Doom. It's the second time he puts his Doom in a Lincoln's, and besides that, or he already put it into Illusion. I don't know. It's a miracle that Ush actually makes those team fights still in their favor, with the Doom being so off his point. I have to say, it's I don't know, I really, I'm looking for words without being insulting, but I mean, after the first time you put your Doom in a Lincoln's, I think you should have learned. He does it twice, and he did that as well on the Panda. Like, he's really, I don't know, in this stressing team fight situations, he's, I don't know, either very nervous or like rushed whatsoever, but he's not really making clear decisions. First, the illusions where he knew that the illusions are up, and now twice in the Lincoln's where he knew the Lincoln's is up.
Yeah, I don't know. Also, item choices for Ush, they have picked up another mechanism on their Wisp. That's 2 mechs, one on the Doom and one on the Wisp. They don't stack, so I'm not sure really why this IO is picking one up. Maybe just seeing the Doom feed away his life too many times. But I think really getting like a Heaven's Halberd or building into a bigger item would have been better for this Wisp. I don't know. Not sure what this decision is.
Yeah, we have about, I don't know, 16, 17k when it comes to experience and more than 15k for gold. So Ush, regardless of the misplays, they're still doing very fine against Commander 5 here. Commander 5 is really just in turtle mode, and they're not getting anything out of it. Like, as I said, despite those misplays, Ush is still doing much better. And let's see, maybe this Roshan fight is gonna change anything. There will be Moonlight Shadow, but everything's gonna be seen here by the Sentry Wards, and they're going in.
Dodostock in the pit. Let's see. Static Storms drop not really on anything. They're all invis. The Mirana's going to fall before this fight really begins. Here comes Striker, but he's just not really doing all that much in this team fight. They'll be able to get the Disruptor Doom going on the Viper. Now a big epicenter Burrow Strike coming out from the Sand King. Doom falling low. They're going to stun up Dodostock coming out from the Earth Panda. Earth Panda. He's not really doing all this much. Now he's going to get another clap. They drop both of them low. With the low, but then they'll be able to get another nice Burrow Strike coming out from Master Risk. But Master Risk is falling very low. Dodostock, he's starting to turn on the Slash Strike, and with the mischance, Slash Strike really can't do anything against this Gyrocopter, even though he's so darn low. 4 heroes dead on the side of K5 and 3 on the side of Ush. I think the Wind Ranger is picked off, so a full 4-over-4 trade in the end. All said and done, Brewmaster was able to TP back to base.
Yep, and that means Gyrocopter with his lifesteal, he can just continue. And this MKB doing so much work. It's funny actually that Gyrocopter turned around like here. I mean, under normal circumstances, this Brewmaster would have just clapped down the Gyrocopter and won this right click fight, but the Gyrocopter suddenly have a mischance and not missing on the Brew regardless because of the MKB. This is just the best item choice by the Gyrocopter, so he is really the anchor of the team. He is the one who is absolutely pulling this through, and now of course armored up with Aegis, I think they can just go again and, I don't know, take high ground. Top, the lane is already pushing in, backdoor protection is off, they could just go for it, and look at it, there is mischances, and yeah, tier 3 tower, no, there's the catapult, yep, catapult is getting.
All bleak forward by Master Risk. He doesn't go with the Burrow Strike, however, maybe trying to get a BKB charge out of the Gyrocopter. There's going to be stun on the Wind Ranger on the backlines, follow-up shackles onto no one. Now they have locked down Dodostock. He's falling fairly low. He does have the Aegis, mind you, and he's still not dying in the end. They have the Static Storm on the ground. He'll be able to get the Brewmaster buyback instantly from the Brewmaster. He wasn't able to get his ultimate off on the 5-Viper Strike going on the Gyrocopter. He's going to start turning. They do him up the Viper here, and now the blink forward by no one. They're going to be able to clean up that kill as well. Brewmaster, He's still in this fight. I don't know, he has his ultimate. I'm not sure what they're really going to be able to do. Aegis is still not down on Dodostock. He's just been, he's been sustained by this Wisp, and now they're going to lose their Shadow Shaman as well. Demon and Brewmaster are the only ones surviving, and now the second melee barracks going to fall. Brewmaster's joined this fight. He's trying to focus down. Yeah, he's trying to focus down onto no one, but now he's throwing the gyrocopter in the air, and now these Brewlings are just going to die too quickly. It's 35 minutes in, and Brewmaster is just not tanking his ult. Now Matri's going to be stunned up. They're trying to clean up this Brewmaster. They only need one more auto attack, really. He's going to throw one stun. He's finally going to rejoin himself. He blinks away instantly, and Brewmaster, at least for now, is surviving. Not sure where he actually went. In the midst of all of this, Matris is going to follow as well. One more cleave. Io actually gets the last hit.
Look at it. Panda versus Windrunner. But yeah, he's just, I don't know.
Well, Panda's winning as far as just tanking through with that huge mischance, Noah, and I'm sure if you threw out the Coke Star, it'd just be miss. Now they do have the relocate coming in. Slash Drake is decently tankier, but now with the MKB coming out from Dodostock, they'll be able to blow him up. And that's a dieback. Sand King, the only survivor, and he's trying for this epicenter. Big plays coming out for him, but not really. Relocate away from the gyrocopter, and the BKB on the Wind Rage is just doing nothing. Nobody really has a lot of mana to speak of. He's trying to TP away, but will he make it? No, he won't. Shackle would have canceled it anyway, but he'll die. That's it.
Continue there.
Yep. Well, now they're looking for more. Missile going to land on the Viper, and Shadow Shaman also in a bit of a pickle. Jalopy, I don't know, they're not focusing on any one target in particular. Eventually, it looks like they'll be able to get Shadow Shaman. He's blinking towards the north, but here comes Blink from the Doom. Eventually, he will die, and now Viper stuck inside the base. The Static Storm is going to fall, and they will get the kill on the Disruptor, but it's just fountain farming time for Ush. They've dropped 2 lanes of racks, and I think they might just want to go for a third. Well, the Wind Ranger falling very low to the tower, or to the Fountain, excuse me. Another missile thrown the way of Jalopy.
It's over right now. Ush just got this game. The GG call is just missing. Now they just go back with a fast relocate. I don't know, restore all the bottles and whatnot, but maybe they even get some sort of, revenge kill, I was about to say. The Ancient is down. I don't know, Commander 5 just not in the shape, and Ush, everything but mistake-free play here, especially when it comes to the stand-in who played the Doom here in the game number 2. There were really some questionable fights that made it so much harder for Ush. Like, without those mistakes, I think we would have had, like, the GG already coming out like 10 minutes ago, but they made it a lot harder on themselves than it maybe should have been. Either way, this game number 2 was a bit disappointing when it comes to the performance, but Ush is at least sticking to what they already showed in game number 1, that they definitely dominate Commander 5 here in Commander 5. It's just not working out. I mean, having like a shuffle roster with a lot of stand-ins and everything, that's pretty much what it is. Either way, my name is Heflatv, and of course casting with me was Grandis, and that's pretty much it here for Heflatv 1, Heflatv 2. Later I'm gonna be online on Heflatv 1 because we have a couple of JDL matches coming up at 21 CET, 1 AM and 3 AM, so we're gonna cast pretty much the entire night. And yep, that's pretty much it. If you like what we do, of course, then follow us on Facebook and Twitter. There you always have the news with what games, what teams, your favorite caster, player, whatever is going online. If you're not a Facebook user, then of course just follow us on VK. I have a group there as well. And then everything else is of course below the stream. We even have a new layout whatsoever. If you missed the games and you want to see your favorite player or team, just come to our YouTube, subscribe, and you get to see all the videos that you want. And that being said, thanks for tuning in. Some music, some ads, and then of course you can still watch Heflatv 1 because their Power Rangers is still running versus Cleve. 900 viewers, and I think it's 1-1 so far in the best of 3. It's a score of 32 to 33. Definitely worth to watch. See ya later, guys.